Hey guys, this is a completely unscheduled upload. So basically, yesterday I was trying to get some capture footage using my Super Nintendo. However, I put a game in it and it did nothing. So, occasionally the pins don't line up. So I tried another game and again, nothing. So after a little while, I kind of figured there might be a problem with this. And I've looked into it, and it turns out I've had it all apart in pieces. I'll put a little picture up there so you can sort of see, yeah, see part of what I took apart anyway. And I've had a good look over the motherboard and stuff. There's nothing visibly sort of too wrong with it. And I've looked, and the error is basically there's no output basically from it. It just sort of freezes. There's a couple of games that it will load sort of the first couple of seconds, and then it just completely freezes dead. And there's no sound at all. And I've looked, and from what I gather online, it looks to me like it's probably a CPU issue. And I mean, I can sort of do a bit of maintenance on consoles. I can sort of, I'll do a bit of thermal paste, or I'll switch a laser out or something like that. Mess around with the laser assemblies. But when it comes to the circuit boards and the sort of actual electronics, sort of the proper electronic side of it, I can't run traces and do that sort of stuff. So I don't really know, but I'm sort of 99% sure that very unfortunately this is dead. And this is my only Super Nintendo. I purchased this console about 12, maybe 15 years ago from eBay for, I think it was about £50, but it came with sort of half a dozen games, like your normal sort of stuff like Mario Kart, Mario World, sorry, Mario All Stars, Pilot Wings, that sort of stuff, Star Wing. Yes, so I thought I'll go on eBay, I'll have a little look what there is, and I'll pick another one up. Now, the thing that struck me straight away on eBay is there's so many consoles that are dead on there. Now, I'm not trying to say all your Super Nintendos are going to die or anything like that, but I didn't remember that from back when I was looking. But yeah, so I don't know what to do, and I'm hoping that you guys can help me a little bit, because I've looked over my options, and it's a good job this happened on a Sunday, because to be totally honest, I can be a bit spontaneous, and I probably would have run out and tried to buy another one straight away. Or yeah. So it was Sunday evening. I've chatted with my sensible adult about this, and she's like, "Oh, just wait." And I said, "Well, yeah, I'm not sure what to do." So I figured I want to ask you guys: should I buy what's hopefully a working one of these on eBay just as a unit only for about 50 quid? That's my first option, and that seems a reasonable option. However, I was looking, and a while ago I was looking at the Hyperkin Superboy. I'll put a couple of pictures up here of stuff, and I quite like the look of it. It's like a handheld SNES, but it's kind of got like a throughput thing as well. So you can plug your controllers in the front of it, so I can still use my proper controller. And then it's got an output which would just plug into my telly like normal. I know a lot of people moaned about the outputs on them and stuff at the time because they're only AV, but surprise, surprise, this is only AV as well. So I'm kind of used to that. So that wouldn't really be a problem, that it's not like a HDMI output or whatever everyone else expects nowadays. And I quite like the idea of, I don't know, maybe playing Super Aleste or something while on the crapper. You know what I mean? Or something like that. But no, I like the idea of having a portable SNES. I've always liked the idea of that. So would now be a good time to do that. The other thing that would also be awesome with that is, a while ago I bought, I think it was 6 Japanese Super Famicom games, and I use a converter thing to basically convert them so they work on my PAL machine, because this isn't modded or anything. This is just a completely sort of basic Super Nintendo, sort of PAL Super Nintendo. And out of those 6 games, 4 of them work using the action replay thing where I stick the other cart in and stuff, and 2 of them don't work. It doesn't like it, sort of thing. And I knew that before buying them. So, but the 4 that work, awesome. But there's a couple of games there that I would really like to play. Now, the Superboy is, I don't think it's region free. I think it's got a switch on it between NTSC and PAL. So it would technically play the couple of games that I've never been able to play. So that's another plus. My question to you guys is, have any of you got any experience with a Superboy? Will I be massively disappointed with it after having a normal Super Nintendo? And the other couple of things that I'm thinking about, had a friend a while ago recommend a Retron 5. because they saw how many consoles I had plugged in and stuff, and I said, oh, I'm always changing wires around the start. I should get a Retron 5. The thing's awesome. Have any of you guys got any idea of the Retron 5? Because, yeah, I'd really like a second opinion. If I am going to do this, I'm probably going to wait a little while. But and there's also a Superboy Retron HD, I think it's called, which is basically, it's a bit like a Super Nintendo, but it's got, I think that's got a PAL and NTSC switch on. And I think that's also got a HD output, which I don't know how I feel about that, but that would be potentially something that I could look at as well. I would basically like you guys to just let me know your opinion. Should I just be replacing the Super Nintendo with another Super Nintendo? Or should I potentially consider like one of the Superboys or maybe a Retron, that sort of thing? Because I really don't know. My sensible adults just sort of told me to wait. In theory, next weekend we'll be going to Doncaster and maybe Nottingham the week after. So she's sort of said, why don't I just wait and see what there is there? And I think she's probably right. But I don't know. When I get a new console sort of thing, when I'm buying a new console, it's kind of a big deal because I don't want to sort of break my game fund sort of thing because I do all this sort of on quite a strict budget. And I don't want to get the wrong one. I don't want to buy like a Superboy if I'm going to really regret it. But I think until I have one and I've seen one, it's kind of hard to say whether I'll regret it or not. So, yeah, guys, please let me know down in the comments. Have you played any of these machines? What's your experience with them? There's probably options that I've not even considered. So if there are, please let me know, because I don't like not being with a Super Nintendo, because that is my only Super Nintendo, and I quite like the fact that whenever I record footage for you guys, it's all on original hardware. So I don't know. I really don't know, because what I don't want to happen is to buy another one on eBay and find out it goes bad again in 6 months' time or something. But I'm looking for your guys' experience with any of the other systems. Let me know. Sorry if that's got all waffly anyway. So this is a completely unscheduled upload and one that I wish I wasn't making. Yeah, I love Super Nintendo, and and don't tell me to emulate it. It's not the same. Don't care what you say. But yes, anyway, you guys are awesome. I've been Soup, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.